Mastercook Zambia, your premier cooking competition. Previously on Mastercook Zambia. Our contestants enjoyed a fun night out where they were treated to some fine dining and live music as they got to know each other. The next day, they were limo-driven to Portico restaurant, where they were divided into 3 teams to cook for our VIP diners that evening. And now, Mastercook continues.
My name's Dale Freeman. I'm the executive chef at David Livingston Safari Lodge and Spa in Livingston. I've been there now for a year and 6 months. Fantastic hotel right on the river. We do all kind of food down there, nice fine dining. We've just won the Liederberg Fine Dining Award, or came third, should I say, of best establishment, the only one in Livingston. Before that, I had my own catering company, which used to do private aircraft catering in Cape Town. Basically, I used to do all the stars that came in, so I've done 50 Cent, Morgan Freeman, Matt Damon, Clint Eastwood, the Beckhams. When Justin Bieber was there, I did his catering. The First Lady, Michelle Obama. I've done Jacob Zuma.
Oh, all right. That's enough bragging from you. Next.
And things like that. So I've got quite a wide range of kind of skills and people that I've actually cooked for. I did all my studying in the UK and then left the UK at the age of 22 and moved to South Africa to extend my career over there. And then I found myself up here in Zambia. So it's great. It's on the way up.
Okay, this is Moses. I'm a chef who's traveled the world a bit. I've worked for Royal Caribbean International. I've worked in Mexico. I've been to Germany as well. I think for me, what I really enjoy the most is learning more about different cultures and different types of cuisine. When I came to Zambia, for me it was a bit challenging because I've never worked in an African country. So when I came down here, I came with the different types of cuisines where I had to influence the guys how to cook in a different way. So for Moses, it's actually inspiring to be back in Africa. Well, Moses works in Waterbury Lodge right now. I'm an executive chef in Waterbury Lodge. I run we have 2 different types of lodges, which is Farmhouse and the main lodge in Waterbury. So I'll say in the next few years, I'd like to go and really work in Asia, because I think the Asian cuisine is very fascinating. For me, I'd like to see myself in 5 years as a best based in Asia or Hong Kong, and to learn different things about Asian cuisine.
My name is Alexander Piri. I was born on the 25th of May 1975, which happens to be African Freedom Day.
Yes, well, that's a coincidence. But what exactly are you trying to say? Never mind.
And I completed school in 1996. I was schooling at Kasej Secondary School. I completed my school at Masala Secondary School. My first job was a stores clerk at Kuba Textile. Then I quit. I joined Nazarana restaurant. That was in 1998. Then finally I was poached by Michelangelo. I joined Michelangelo in 1999 on the 25th of November 1999. Having joined Michelangelo, it was a big challenge to me because the Italian cuisine, there were a lot of cold meats like salami, mortadella, parma ham. They were new to me because some of the steaks that we know is T-bone, ram steak, but knowing the code then that Italian code meat was a challenge to me. But despite that, within 1 week I learned different types of cold meats, Italian ones. Then after 3 months, my boss sent some Italian chefs from Italy who came to train us. We had a training for 2 months. Then after 1 year, I was sent to South Africa to go and further my studies. Then in 2000, I was the assistant head chef at my Kwanja. In 2003, I became the head chef of my Kwanja. The greatest thing that I've achieved in the catering industry is I have managed to learn a lot in food production. I have cooked for prominent people in life, like the acting president, the former vice president, Guy Scott, Frederick Chiluba, the late Frederick Chiluba, Michael Chilufya Sata, the late Michael Chilufya Sata, may so rest in peace, and 2 former Bank of Zambia governors, prominent politicians, and members of the diplomatic corps for them as well. Well, as a chef, what I've achieved is I've managed to have a home ownership, meaning that I'm building 2 houses. I'm already finished building 1 house, the other house I'm yet to finish. So these are the greatest achievements I've achieved in my life. Through my career as a chef, I've managed to look after quite a number of dependents. And I'm very proud of my job as a chef.
My name is Jessie Chipindo, Zambian indigenous of course. I run a restaurant called Dolce and Banana Multi-Cuisine Restaurant. Why multi-cuisine? Because we offer both Zambian international and Zambian traditional and international cuisine. We have everything from shima to pasta dishes, and seafood and desserts and breakfast. And my concept is really, really good because no other restaurant in town does such a thing, you know, where anybody walks in anytime and they're able to feed their appetite no matter what. So my main pride is my desserts. Every dessert at my restaurant is homemade and I bake it. I bake every little thing that I sell in the sweets department. And I bake everything from scratch, from only the best ingredients in the market.
Look out, boys. She seems like she means business. Finally, a brag sheet about the food.
So tonight here, I'm bringing the best that I've got to offer. This cheesecake, especially the filling, is my pride. So tonight, I really, really hope that all our diners enjoy, and I hope to pick the cheesecake, of course, for more boss. But really, tonight is going to be a great night, and it's an opportunity for me to showcase what I do. My specialty, which is everything from pasta dishes, desserts or savories, so to speak. So I really, really look forward to tonight.
When it comes to cooking with the best, I think I have the best with me today. And then as for myself, I work solo. I do desserts, wedding cakes, birthday cakes, novelty cakes, anything sweet. That is usually my field. I work with big organizations like ZAF. I do their annual balls for them every end of the year. Once every second month, they'll have their Air Force commander coming in, or the Commander General coming in. They'll have functions going on. I'll do all the desserts for the high tables. Private functions, certain events in Livingston, and I've run my own business as well. I've had a coffee shop. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And there you have it. Team Daryl has a brag sheet thicker than a history book. But can they win this? After the break, we meet the second team.
Let's take it to the max.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
When you think water, think Aquamax. Aquamax, healthy drinking water. A product from Californian Beverages.
Let's meet our second team, led by Martin Wembia.
I've been in the cookery and hospitality industry 17 years now. Straight from school, that was at HTTI. I worked for the Savoy for about 2 years. Then I went to Ibis Gardens. I did about 2 years. Then I did railway catering between Zambia and Tanzania for another 2 years. And currently I'm with the First Quantum Minerals as the head chef and the lodge supervisor. I've been with FQM 7 years now, and the job has been interesting. Part of my highlights have been having to cook for top profile individuals, business as well as political. I'm privileged to have been part of a team that did catering for late President Frederick Chiluba, as well as former Namibian President Sam Nujoma. I've also been given the honor to do lunch for former President KK when he was visiting.
Don't these presidents ever eat at home?
Other than that, I've also had the privilege to cater for former ministers at the time they were serving in government, the likes of Mr. William Harrington, late Lieutenant General Crispin Tembo, Mr. Enoch Kavindele. Currently, I think the top profile individuals that I cater for include the Chief Executive Officer, First Quantum Minerals, that's Philip Pascal, who, after having identified my talent, has given me the privilege to go to study in the UK for about 2 months. So that to me is a great honor. And I think I'm on the right track, and I think I'm doing things right.
How's it going?
How's it, Jamie? Suppose it's going good, eh? Now get on with it.
My name's Jamie Townsend. I have a restaurant called Four Seasons Bistro. At Four Seasons Bistro, we use only local, seasonal, and sustainable ingredients and produce, but we cook them in Western ways. In order to give you a bit of my background, my dad was a hotelier, so I grew up the beginning of my life in a hotel, in the kitchens, where my mum was very well experienced and she taught me from as young as 5. I also had my friends of my parents, which were also restaurateurs and hoteliers, and so a large part of the beginning of my life was spent in commercial kitchens and in home kitchens as well, learning the basics of cooking and just falling in love with the smells of fresh bread and freshly cut parsley from the garden, fresh herbs being ripped apart, and it just bred a passion into me, something which can't be removed and something that I can't put a staple in. It's just something that flows naturally. For me, food comes from the heart, it comes from within, it comes from the passion. Starting from the organic vegetable garden I have at home, all the way to the end product of seeing a smile on the customer's face when I give them a meal that is not only a part of the earth, but a part of myself. And just something really magical happens in between the garden, the kitchen, and the plate. I first started cooking, obviously, when I was really young, about 8-9 years old, with my mum, with my dad, and with various family friends. But I only realized I was going to become a chef when I was 21. I went to the UK to try and broaden my horizons and spread my wings, and started working as a waiter. Until one day the boss walked into the dining room and said that he was short on chefs. And basically what he wanted was to find one of us that could cook. So I put my hand up and I said, yes, I can cook. It's not a very difficult thing, as I thought. And I wandered into the kitchen and was not allowed to leave again because the head chef fell in love with me.
Oh, how sweet, Jamie.
And everything just sort of fell into place. I found that cooking commercially or professionally was just in me. It's all a matter of timing and getting everything onto the plate at the same time and having one hectic thing going on after another, having all these different thoughts, all these different things going on and having to balance them all onto one plate, all at the same time so that the flavors match and marry and that everything just explodes all into one small item. I stayed with that restaurant only for about a year, and then I moved to Bristol, which is where I found an army chef who basically took me under his wing and taught me cordon bleu and basically what he had learnt in the army, from the basics, from a bechamel all the way up to as fine a dining as he could do, you know, crumbed fishes, things like that, fishes with crusts. I also did a few various jobs before coming back home, and when I got here I found that there was definitely something I could provide, something new. So as the season changes, so do our menus, so do our ingredients. We don't use any olives in our cooking as they're not grown in Zambia. We don't use anything imported whatsoever. As the season changes, as the bondware starts coming up, we start using it in dishes, in Western dishes. As the Chihuahua starts coming up, we start using that in Western dishes, just adapting. But instead of actually coming up with a menu and going looking for the ingredients, we go looking to see what ingredients are there and then come up with a menu with that.
Who is Chef Wesley, aka Chef Pepe as they call him at Papuzi? Big guy, as they call me in most places. Love cooking from the time I was knee high from the cross. Worked for big places. Who have I cooked for? This moment in my career, cooking for Kofi Annan, the royal family of Japan, Jacob Zuma.
Again with the presidents and royals. Not too much of a brag now, is it?
Who else have I cooked? I've cooked for several people, but I think, yeah, I've been referred to as the Gordon Ramsay of Zambia.
I wouldn't say that to his face.
Yeah, because I cuss a lot in the kitchen.
Ah, point taken.
Which a lot of people don't like, but I'm trying to control myself today. I think I'm good at what I do. I believe that I have a following of people and I don't want to disappoint them. What else can I say about myself? I'm a bloody good chef, and yeah, I think I need to show off my talent to Zambia. Well, I have cooked for all the presidents that we've had. I was hoping to cook for Nelson Mandela one day, but unfortunately he died. Who would I like to cook for? Charlize Theron, the actress. Yeah, just me and her in the kitchen. That's the ultimate date that I want. I know she's married, but one day I'm hoping it to happen. I'd like to cook for Oprah while she's having her master class. I'll be doing my Mastercook with her. I find this woman very intriguing. She's come a long way to get to where she is. Very good inspiration for young ladies, for young girls. And my plan is to empower the youth, both boys and girls, to achieve their goal in life, to tap their talent and excel in what they do. It's not always about money, it's about personal fulfillment. But the best part I like about cooking is cooking for family. I love cooking family meals over Christmas, special occasions, birthdays, Sunday lunches. That's the best moment in time for me. Cooking for family, sit down, have laughs, and just enjoy one another. For me, Wezi Longwe wants to be the best at what he does.
Sister, still young. I hopefully believe that because of this group which has been set, this competition, at least this gives me a picture whereby I need to motivate myself because I'm really young. So, because I've interacted with these different chefs from different provinces of this country, Zambia, and I'm pretty sure that as I'm growing up and as I'm going back to Sparta, even the Sparta people say, you even say, this child they're thinking is getting somewhere else. Because I can see the mad other chefs are coming here with their own vehicles, driving. So even me, 1 or 2 days I'll make it to feel that at least so to have a vehicle whereby as I'm going to work, at least I need to drive on my own car. So with this group which I am in, I'm really sure that these people that are bringing me up and I'm making the talent for me to come out, and that talent I won't even stop it here. That privilege I'll be given as I will go to Sparta as well. I will even make the team with my colleague in Sparta, Mr. Lungu, our head chef in our kitchen. At least we need to mobilize our groups like this. We know even the menus we need to change as we go back to Sparta.
Well, that's a different type of brag sheet. Now let's meet a mad scientist turned chef.
I'm Kako Mtenda. I'm an industrial chemist. I own and run a biofuels business, so I process biodiesel from a variety of industrial waste products. I'm a lover of science, which is why I set up the business that I'm doing, and that love for science spills over into food as well. So what I really love about cooking and food is the physics and the chemistry of food. The processes that go on, the interaction, flavors and smells, textures and colors, and it's that scientific approach to food that drives me. For a lot of people that bores them, for me that's what drives me. So the love for science spills over into the love for food as well. I've been cooking for a while. One or two small competitions, and that's what I can put on my brag sheet, but I don't really live for competition.
What are you doing here then?
Just the love of food, creating new food flavors, experimenting with different textures, different flavor combinations, and different cooking. So that's what really drives me. The first competition I won was Zambian National Cook-Off. It was organized and sponsored by Pick and Pay and held at Woodlands Shopping Mall. That was in 2011, 14th October. It was a dry, barbecue-only competition where you had 1 kilogram of meat of choice, and you only had a dry stand to cook. You had to come up with whatever you wanted. I cooked a slow roast smoked brisket, which took me about 5 hours to slowly smoke and cook. I set up as early as 8 and used, again, the science came in. I made my own pump juice, marinade, dry rub. I used fresh pineapple puree, freshly squeezed pineapple juice, because the two fruits contain natural enzymes that break down protein. It also gave a sweet, fruity flavor to the smoked meat. I made my own rub. I used French oak wine barrel shavings to provide aromatic smoke. Smoking, I smoked it for 5 hours. Put in everything that I could. After 5 hours, I took it out, sliced it, plated it. The judges loved it. They loved the creativity. They loved the thought process behind it. Of course, they loved the taste. And that's how I won that competition. The next one I won was the Mastercook in Osaka province. That was in May of this year. And now I'm in the Mastercook finals with everybody else from around the country who dealt.
Hummingbird, nature's gift, a quality product from Californian Beverages.
When you think water, think Aquamax. Aquamax, healthy drinking water, a product from Californian Beverages.
Welcome back to Mastercook. We've met Team Daryl and Team Martin B. Now, let's meet Team Martin M.
I've been in with catering business for more than 28 years. What I achieved in cooking competitions so far is about 6 gold medals.
Well, hello, Mr. Olympian Chef. That's quite impressive. The others better be worried.
Which two of them I won them in Cooking Olympics in West Germany, Frankfurt. My first medal was 1984 when I was a junior chef. The second medal I won was 1988 as a senior member of the team. I used to be a member of the South African Chefs Association. So far I've got 6 gold medals, 2 silver and 1 bronze. The bronze medal I got in South Africa in Central City, and another 2 gold medals I got in 1987 in England, Bournemouth Cooking College. That's what I achieved so far on the cooking competition side. I cooked for the late President Mandela once. That was 2007. There was a function in his house, not exactly for him, but the whole family was hired to cook for them. Billy Gallagher, the president of the South African Chefs Association, he cooked for his function as well. At Nels Rec, Gold Reef City Hotel.
As I said, I'm from the Copper Belt. I'm 41 years old. I can't say I've achieved something from the cooking because I'm an amateur, I'm a home cook, and I think my family has benefited from that. I haven't gotten any award out of it, but I feel I'm a winner because the family likes my cooking. I'm a farmer by profession. From vegetables to livestock is what I do. So for me, doing and eating a lot of vegetables is what I love most.
First I started working at Royal Chindu as a waiter stroke barman, mixing some cocktails. Then in 2003 I decided to become a chef, to mix some spices now with food. Then from there I went to the island of Shankara, where now I became a full-time chef as a head chef on the island of Shankara. From there I moved on. I'm with David Livingston Safari Lodge at the moment. I'm a junior sous chef there. I have my own brigade that I run in the kitchen as well. So I enjoy cooking. What I'm looking forward actually is to become the best chef in Zambia and encouraging more men in Zambia to join this industry. It's a good industry. I'm finding it so interesting on my side. You see, when you chef, you cannot go hungry. This is one thing I love about cooking. I love my food. And I do different type of cuisines, Asian, European, Afro-Arabic, like Arabican food as well. It's a mixture of spices and ingredients there as well. So why live in Georgia?
I work as an executive chef at this hotel in Houston, which is a 4-star hotel. We've been catering mostly tourists that have been coming in from around the world, and we've catered for most of tourists. Like I think the vice president has been there, most of the ministers have been there, diplomats, ambassadors have been through our hotel. I think we've catered quite a large number of people that we can say. I've done much of my cooking is Western, but recently I've been doing Indian. So I've been having some Indian chefs, typical Indian chefs that have been coming to my hotel just to do the Indian cooking. The people that are coming from India, coming from America, and what thereby I've incorporated also the Indian. Having started cooking Chinese myself and went into training into Western cooking. So basically I would say I do most of international cuisine.
I started as a scholarly. From scholarly, I was much have that determination of one day become a chef or becoming a cook. Then from there I was keep on willing to learn more about chefing, where chefing is concerned. So from that time up to now, I tried by all means to go in other trainings up where I am now. Otherwise, I'm so interested in this training which I am.
It's in the juice. Just juice. Real juice.
Aquamax Healthy Drinking Water, a quality product from Californian Beverages.
This is our round one round. This has been events put together by African Sunset Events. I shall bring out African Sunsets a bit later to introduce themselves to you and explain exactly what the concept is that we're doing today. Mastercook is a cooking competition. It is first of its kind in Zambia. We have had previous rounds in Dola, in Chipata, Lusaka and in Livingston. Those winners are the ones we're cooking for you tonight. We have 3 teams of chefs, 5 chefs per team. Each team has a team leader. We shall bring them out to introduce them to you a little bit later. Our first team is led by Daryl, who is the executive chef at David Livingstone Safari Lodge and Thorn Tree Lodge in Livingston. He is one of our Livingston professional winners. Team B is led by Martin Wembia. He works in Dola at First Quantum Minerals. He's the executive chef there. And our third team is led by Martin Mahanga, who is the executive chef at Misty Lodge here in Lusaka. He was our Lusaka winner. So you have a menu in front of you which have 3 different items per course. Each item is prepared by a different team. You can eat all 3 if you like, one after the other. It depends on what your appetite is like. Our appetizers have come out and our waiters are taking orders. When our judges come through, we shall have them come through to speak with you as well. Deepest apologies for starting late. That is unacceptable. I promise that we shall do better, that the food will more than make up for the wait. So enjoy yourselves. You shall be seeing more of me me, my name is Luyando. If I have not introduced myself to each and every one of you, I'll be running our program this evening. If you have anything you need to ask, please don't hesitate to call me. Enjoy.
All that bragging, their food better make up for the late start. We hope our diners have got enough room for all 3 meals.
What shrimp and papaya salad, yes. We're going for a beef dumpling and oyster mushroom. It wasn't that great. So we're going for... We're trying another one. Dumpling now. Hope it was great. Maybe the second time will be a charm.
Join us on the next episode of Mastercook Zambia, where the judges arrive on the scene with the scores. The question is, will the teams be ready?